오이씨. 미친. 존나 소름 돋아.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
내가 에디스 보고 지금 몰리 걸 본 거네. 오이씨. 존나 소름 돋았어, 씨. 와, 이씨. 개쩌네. 와,
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
오씨. 오씨. 이상한 노래 내지 마. 존나 무서우니까.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
아, 그게 아까 봤던 게 미끄럼틀이야?
She didn't. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
다음 여기 에디 할머니? 에디.
Her room was like a museum.
이 과거를 한번 돌아보는 건가? 그 전에 뭐 또 확인할 게 있나?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
화장실.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
아까 봤던 그곳이구나.
It was a pretty big trace.
오, 핑크하네. 열쇠 하기 전에 한번 누구지? 오딘? 한번 봅시다.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
무슨 저주 같은 게 있었는데 그걸 탈출하기 위해서 집을 바다에 띄웠다고. 뭘?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
결국 파도 엔딩.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
이렇게였구나. 나 그만 볼래요. 아, 오케이.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
이렇게. 오딘. 좋아, 좋아. 이제 또 비밀문 한번 열어보도록 합시다. 비밀문이 참 특이하게 돼 있어.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
와. 소름 돋아. 개쩐다.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
발걸음 소리 안 들렸니? 오씨 개 무서운데 갑자기. 아 아까 그 두 명의 방이구나. 깜짝이야 씨.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
쌍둥이. 뭐야, 뭐야 이게. 개 신기하다.
And that he never talked about him.
들어가 보겠습니다.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
뭐야 이게. 오 대박. 띠디.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
내가 한 끈에 타지. 예이.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
당연하지 회전.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
예이. 예.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
예.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
오이.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
예이.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
한 바퀴 가자. 두 바퀴. 세 바퀴. 네
The day he made
바퀴.
up his mind to fly, and he did.
오. 오 개쩔어.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
오 개신나는데 방금. 한 바퀴 도는 거 저 아무나 하는 거 아닌데.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
아 그렇게 해서 결국 날아가서 죽었다는 이야기구나.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
오! 와우. 잡아. 와, 올리는 거였어? 와. 오, 레일.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
이런 비밀이 있을 줄이야. 근데 와이너 하나밖에 안 치고 가네. 신기하구나. 아이고, 문 닫아요. 근데 불안한데 일로 들어오면 어떡해. 오이씨, 몰라. 일단 가. 아, 여기 아까 그 봐봐라, 할리우드 소녀의 방이구나.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
아니요, 나갑시다.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
생일 축하해 봐봐라.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're
설마.
right. Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
오르골에
The
열쇠가
secret is to
있다고?
keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
아,
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
헐. 그래서
She reached for the music box.
뭐야, 내가 하는 거야? 와, 씨발. 헐.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
존나 무서운데. 안 들어가면 안 돼? 아 제발. 아 씨, 좋다. 아 씨. 아 제발. 아 제발. 제발.
She found
Oh,
Miss
제발.
Finch and imagined the worst.
제발. 뭐야? 아. 오케이, 덤벼. 뒤진다. 마. 오, 와, 씨.
The gang's leader is
Ah,
the infamous
씨발.
Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
아, 이러지 마세요. 이거 공포게임 아니잖아요. 아, 씨. 씨발. 씨. 제발. 이러지 마세요. 오.
Rattled and grew still.
제발. 제발. 마.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Ah!
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
아, 제발, 왜 또. 아, 3번이면 좋다 하잖아. 아, 아이씨. 진짜. 씨발.
Walter, are you there?
마.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And here he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
꾀새끼.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
개새끼. 내 꼭 니 뚝배기 터트린다. 오씨.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
와씨, 쌉소름 돋아, 씨발. 이 새끼 어디 간 거야, 아.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara.
아니 씨 브금 씨야 긴박한 거 보소 씨. 누군
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters
씨발.
She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
아이.
Going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real
씨.
eerie tale.
씨 존나 소름 돋아. 미친 거 아니야?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
여기 어떻게 해피엔딩을 봐? 씨 존나 무서웠네. 미친.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
저녁 다 돼간다 야. 불 좀 켜면 안 되겠니? 씨. 개 무섭네. 존나 싫어. 3층 집에 지하까지 있어. 존나 무서워. 씨발. 진짜 너무 개 무섭잖아. 언제, 진짜 못 폈잖아. 이걸 이제 아직 1시간밖에 안 했어? 체감상 거의 한 2시간, 3시간 한 것 같은데.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
불안하죠. 뭔가 이거 불안하지. 그 용과리 만드는 그분이구나.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
하나도 안 보이네.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
저기요, 하나도 안 보여요. 오케이.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
뭐야? 지하 거의
If there's a pattern in all these
쉘터인데.
stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
이런 거 한번 만들어 보고 싶긴 한데. 제 도색까지 다 하나 보네. 알겠다. 월터 2005년까지. 깔끔하고 좋다. 방. 이야, 기차를 좋아했나 보네.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
여기 30년 지하에서.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
움직여. 왜 안 움직이세요? 응? 움직여주세요.
That's what kept me sane.